There's no sense to getting too excited about this headline I'm going to show you, but it is something that should happen. Mount Sinai pushes back on threats to lock up execs amid Beth Israel closure plans. As the closure of New York City-based Mount Sinai's Beth Israel Hospital remains in limbo, the health system has expressed concerns over threats to lock up specific Mount Sinai senior executives should the hospital close in violation of a temporary restraining order. These executives and their administrators below them for decades have gone along with shit they shouldn't have, and they use the legal system to protect themselves. Well, it's high time that stops. When you have people in your freestanding psych hospitals, patients that have died under your care, and your answer to those kinds of things, and that's not what this is about. I'm just drawing attention that it's across the board. And you never go to jail for the amount of times patients have committed suicide in your care, but you bring in Bluetooth technology, but yet still cut staff, then your ass should go to jail. This technology and healthcare, and the obsession with these executives of AI and healthcare is so utterly disgusting. The very people that have no heart are running your healthcare system. You should not care about how many degrees they have. You should care about them having a heart, because people that have a heart have a moral compass and they will do the right thing. These people will not. They should have been in jail years ago. Mayo Clinic, Epic collaborate on generative AI for nurses. They're obsessed with it. They're upset. Epic is the charting that's used. Not currently where I'm at. We do paper charting, which is why I said that the freestanding psych facilities, they're just, something's not right. Like county facilities, like county facilities for psych patients, like forensic psych patients. They in some places close them down, then open up these brand new psych facilities. That's where they're putting their Bluetooth technology in. And some other, large psychiatric hospitals. But all of the hospitals, all they're doing is cutting staff. Again, because they're on board with the unsustainable development goals of the World Economic Forum and the UN. And their Agenda 2030. Not a conspiracy. The left is just as bad as the right is just as bad as the left, in my opinion, because nobody is talking about the things that are a problem. And the people that suffer, again, are the middle class and the poor, which is why Jesus said that this would happen in this world, which is why our founders, who wrote the Declaration of Independence, said that the people that will suffer under tyranny are the poor and the middle class. Basically saying the people suffer under the king. The people running healthcare think they're kings. They don't care that people have died in their care. And the reason people have died in their care is not the staff. I mean, it could be, let me back that up just one step here. It could be because, as I've said, in some of your psych residentials, they make sure to put people with rap sheets in those adolescent psych residentials. Yeah, I mean, not every single one of the staff, but a lot of them, if they're tied to Catholic Charities, for sure. So all of that stuff needs to be addressed. Who's going to address it? Nobody. There's no president that can do anything about any of this. That this is the reason all of these healthcare systems, they're all in bed together. That's the reason why all the corporations are in bed together. All because of their sick, twisted need for control and more money. These people are a danger to society. And yet, you want to know what the true problem with what it all comes down to? It is the people. I mean, the people, because there's a ton of stupid people that are in administrations that will continue to do the bidding for this AI shit, for this let's cut staff, but we're going to say we can't help it. We there's nobody that'll work. That's bullshit. It's total bullshit. And yet, that's what goes on. This is what goes on. This is what has always gone on. I've not been feeling good the past couple of days. I hurt my back. I'm not even paying attention to most of this anymore because Honestly, it can't, there's nobody that can change it. It will take an act of God. Because where they want to take, where the healthcare CEOs and administrators want to take it is into some dark, twisted path where you're controlled by everything. Bringing the Bluetooth, we monitor you while you're in the psych hospital, we track you, is just the beginning of them bringing it all the way. I mean, really, they've already been doing it through your Fitbit. They have. But it'll get to a point where, well, no, everybody needs to do this. And they'll do it under the guise of safety. This is why God said in the Bible about, yes, they will scream safety, safety, safety. But the very people that are saying they're going to keep you safe are not keeping you safe. And what happens when you realize all those people don't keep us safe? Well, then you have to look to God, because God told you they wouldn't. And there's a ton of people that I would say are not necessarily wicked, that work for these people, okay? And to me, they're just they're the incompetents, okay? Because they literally will just do what they're told. They don't think for themselves. Literally having to listen to somebody, having to listen to an in-service about how much this is going to help save lives, putting tracking devices on psych patients, when really the way we save lives is giving staff so we can spend the amount of time we should be spending with patients. Instead, it's just run, chart. It's just a shit show every day. And Bluetooth will make it all more of a shit show. AI is not going to help healthcare because the very people that created AI don't have a moral compass. So that's what AI will do, is have no moral compass. The more you take humanity out of everything, the more humanity will be lost. The more people will not have a heart. That's whether people want to look at themselves and see that, that's what's happened. Look at the people on the left that still are, bashing Trump even after the assassination attempt. That's how depraved this place is. That's how sick and twisted people have become into their ideology. And the audacity of people to still push this racial bullshit is such crap. I mean, you literally have to be a total idiot to fall for that. Oh, you can't say anything against Kamala or Kamala, whatever the hell they call her. You can't say anything against her. You're racist. Bullshit. If you want to be that stupid and fall for that crap, then go ahead. But don't ever call. You're likely an executive then, at some executive level, a CEO that just wants to push division. But these Democrats on TikTok that I see that are bashing the Republicans still, bashing Trump supporters, and we're racist and we're this bullshit. Your argument's getting old. You can't even look at your own party and see what a miserable failure it is in every sect. How the government has failed literally everything. And these CEOs, they try to get out from under it and say, well, we have to do what the government says. They've been in bed with the government forever. That's the whole reason everything is a total train wreck right now. You literally, if you want something good, you have to have people that have a moral compass. That's what's most important. Most important. And I showed this in a short video, but it's really important because this is your guarantee that God will and is doing something about it. James 5:1-6. Come now, you rich, weep and howl for the miseries that are coming upon you. Your riches have rotten and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver have corroded, and their corrosion will be evidenced against you and will eat your flesh like fire. You have laid up treasures in the last days. Behold, the wages of the laborers who mowed your fields, which you kept back by fraud, and crying out against you. And the cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord of hosts. You have lived on the earth in luxury and in self-indulgence. You have fattened your hearts in a day of slaughter. That is your promise from God, even if you don't want to believe in him. But it is that every single one of them will pay. Every single one of them. So as you watch them go down their path of thinking they have this in the bag, you just wait. You've seen nothing yet. Nothing.